Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Blackout Bill here, just explaining what happened. 9.9 tested in the barrel, and I forgot to render it, and I deleted the footage to make some space. So, blah blah blah, who cares? Long story short, I don't have it. I have a small clip of the same issue. It just keeps having the same issue. So I'll show that. Cup of water, idling knife, always has. Open this up and it will bog and die. I know it. I know my luck. Just know it. I changed the new fuel pump. I checked everything. The new plugs, new wires, new coil pack. Checked coils. Spark not an issue. New fuel lines, new tank, new primer bulb. Same problem. Carb's been apart 6 times, cleaned, airbrushed the right way, soaked. Same problem. Link and sink, fixed, done. Same problem. I will say I am disappointed that my editing skills are really starting to hone them, getting good. I know my camera work is atrocious. Working on that as well, but I'm not getting any better. Here's the 9.9 in the barrel, running the same exact way. But it does spark now. Everything is good. My main concern was I was spraying starting fluid or carb cleaner into the base of the power. I'm spraying it everywhere, but when I sprayed it towards the base, it stalled and died. So there's got to be a seal or some sort of leak somewhere. I'm hoping it's not at the block, and I don't believe it was in the intake manifold gaskets. I believe, hopefully, it was somewhere at the base. So here's me taking apart the motor to fix what I believe to be wrong. After the barrel test proved that we didn't fix the issue, the spark was not the issue. It is the moment y'all been waiting for. The teardown of the 9.9. F this motor. F Courtney. F you. We ordered a new carburetor. It's a 9.9 off an 85. We're gonna put that on. But in the meantime, spraying that cleaner, that carb cleaner, into the gaskets and the base makes me think I may have a power head lower seal problem. Crankcase seal. I wiped it off already. There was some oil marks down here, right where that seal is, right around here. So we're gonna pop the power head off. I'm sick of messing with this thing. We'll drop this lower unit to see how dark the drive shaft is. That will also indicate a bad lower crank seal. But what it'll also do is eliminate that as an issue. Get a new carburetor. We'll get this power head off. Put a new seal in it. We'll check the intake manifolds. We'll kind of peek into reeds, see how the reeds look. Maybe there's a broken reed in there or something. And then when a new carburetor goes on, if we're still having the same issues, then we're really going to be stuck, because I will have officially checked everything. So we're going to start taking this power head off. I know I got some stuff to do up here. There's a couple videos, not many, on the procedure here, but we're going to take these bolts out, 6 of them, and then there's a way to break that seal from the gasket by peeling this rubber down and stuff. So let's start getting to it. Alright. Now, oh god. So, 6 bolts. And if you got a long shaft, your linkage is in between the upper part of the extension. I thought it was down below. I thought it was up top. Took all freaking 12 bolts out and realized late that it was up top here. So, there's your extension. Because when you're taking the power head off, you still got to disconnect the shift linkage or you ain't going nowhere. Where you going? Nowhere. So, what's funny is you see guys, 1 or 2 video of guys beating it off. My guy Brandon's garage does it right. He peels the rubber back here, gets a wedge in between that base gasket. Doesn't damage anything, it just separates it that way. But this outboard isn't like old. Yeah, I didn't pick it up. It wasn't a parts motor. So just stuck the old crowbar in. Bing! Power head started coming up. I was like, why wasn't it coming off? So my shift linkage was still attached. So we're trying to keep as much stuff on the motor as possible. I haven't disconnected anything here. My pull start, some people take the carburetor off. All I took apart was those 6 bolts, the lower unit, disconnected a fuel line, and this plastic piece here that's already getting wedged. There's the girl. Pull the lower unit off because I don't need it. And my suspicions are not assumed. There's a lot of this is oil, gas, and water mixture, or at the very least it's oil and water. This is the milky stuff you see at the bottom of a lower unit that's been soaking up oil. I was looking for a lot of exhaust gas on the drive shaft. This looks pretty clean. It's got water on it, but it's been running. I wonder if I got a rubber grommet that's not sealed right at the top. We're going to find that off because this power head's coming off whether I like it or not. It's kind of exhausty here. I was kind of hoping the whole drive shaft would have been covered in soot. But it's not the case. But there is a lot. Now this will ooze out because what it is it's supposed to just be excess 2-stroke. And I know I'm running rich because, like I said, that air mixture ratio is wrong. A lot of the leftover 2-stroke oil was just sitting inside it, but that's a lot. That is a lot. Anybody else get that? All that water oil in the housing? And I've seen it in the gear case, but that's a lot in the housing. See it all? All of this white. Even here, like, what is that? Almost looked like it was cracked there. See this milky white? That's oil and gas, or oil and water. Why is it here? So, let me know what you guys think down below. Why is it so milky in here? Gear case is below it. What we'll do is we'll empty the oil in the gear case and check. But I'm pretty sure it's not watery. We're going to find out anyway. Okay. Let's get this power head off. Ta-da! And I didn't break anything that I know of. Now that I said that, I'm just dropping on the ground. Fucking my finger up. Ow. Okay. You guys are with me. We are taking a journey. Okay. Ouch. That light is hot. Taking a journey here. Okay. Here's our housing. Okay. Alright, you see this? It's here too. A lot of oil, water. Now that, I don't know how that got. It might have just kind of flipped up when I pulled it out. That's probably what happened, so don't ignore that. Half of the gasket's on the base, half of the gasket's on the power head. We're going to look at that next. But I'm just looking at the, all the yellow there. I'm looking for signs of a bad exhaust seal. Okay, let's check the power head now. We're going to put it right on its head. Best way to go about it. Okay. Yeah, definitely. What do you guys think? We got more goop. Lots of goop. Look at it. What's going on there? Is that typical? I've never seen it before. I guess that's an exhaust gasket here. That looks like shit. Oh, yeah, look at it. It comes out. This looks awful. Is it crap, or is that how it's meant to be? Yeah, breaking apart, which is, yeah, you know, it's not going to cause the motor to not run right. Base gasket looks okay. I was spraying fuel into what side? The other side. Lots of grease cook. Not seeing any problems with the rubber O-ring there. My damn rag. Tell me what you think. trying to see where I may have a problem. I don't see it. Not gonna lie. I don't see how me spraying fuel. That's gross. I don't see how me spraying fuel here is seeping into this seal. That's going to be the only problem is we put the new carb on and it works. We won't know what was the problem, the seal or the carb. I will say there's a lot of oil here. Like right here. A lot of carbon buildup. I mean, it is the exhaust. The exhaust is right there. I know everybody's screaming at the camera. It's the exhaust, you moron. Blackout. What are you doing? Go change oil. Leave outboards alone. Can't help it. I have too much fun in my basement. Alright, yuck. Okay, so there's some black exhaust here, which isn't like a sign of anything that I know of. I don't know what's up with that grommet. I know they say they're expensive. I'm not trying to take the whole thing apart. I just want to check this seal out. That glare off the light was probably ruining the whole shot. Okay, so I'll try to leave what I can from the other shot in, depending on what made it, without the light being in the way. I don't know. Oh, that's the crank. Looks new. Ay, ay, ay. I got problems. Well, I don't know. This lower down. Now the newer ones, you'll hear this. The newer ones have an upper and a lower. This one looks okay, but that one on the bottom there, the one that actually forces, keeps it out. That one looks the worst. And the drive shaft at the very top did have some carbon buildup. Feels pretty good. Okay. Well, it's out. This is where your lower crankshaft seal is on the newer ones. How the hell am I getting that out of there? Got me. So the theory is the seal's bad and it's pushing oil down into that housing that I was showing you. It's all mixing with water. And if this is pissing water out, grommet's got a little, when they pinched it and they put it in, it may lead to a little bit of extra water seepage. How to get the seals out of a 9.9 15 horsepower 70s through 92 Evinrude Johnson OMC product. In the 83s and up, you're going to get double seals. It's going to look like this, and there's going to be another one in there like this. Okay? The first one I got out with the cheap aftermarket seal puller, this guy, it had a big thing and it fit perfectly. The one on the inside wouldn't come out because this was the smallest size that fit in, but it didn't expand large enough to grip the metal. It just kept gripping the rubber and falling off. So what I found worked was to put a screwdriver in here. Now, if you could get a machinist or a hobbyist or somebody with a hot torch to bend the tip of this to make a lip, like an L, what that would do is that would put an L on the inside of the metal, and it would work 10 times better. This worked, though. Catch the side, bang the side. Take a look at it, see if it moved, and then you could work each side out, and I'm not kidding you, it popped right out. So on the later 80s to 90s model, this is where it's going to seat on the block. You're going to have your... You pull it out, and you're going to have this outer seal facing like this. You can pull that out with a puller, the one I'm using, or you can even use a screwdriver and bang it out. I didn't damage any of the things here. And then with the inner one, that's sitting like this, facing at you with the rubber staring at you. The puller doesn't work. Just flip it upside down and hit it with that screwdriver. The earlier 80s ones only have one seal. It's an outer seal. It looks like this. And it's going to face like this. But that's what I did. I had the seal puller kit. It's $80. It's kind of pricey, but it comes in handy. And when that doesn't work, good old-fashioned know-how. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.